students, today we'll discuss about the magnetic properties of coordination compounds. Okay, so we can see here for metal ions with up to 3 electrons in the d orbitals like Ti3 plus, which is coming d1, V3 plus d2 and Cr3 plus d3, 2 vacant d orbitals are available for octahedral hybridization with 4s and 4p orbitals, and the magnetic behavior of these free ions and their coordination entities is similar. So when it is coming about the d1, d2 and d3 with electrons of d orbital, there is no problem regarding the magnetic behavior, and their magnetic behavior is presence of the unpaired electron is coming about near about same there. When more than 3d electrons are present, the required pair of 3d orbitals for octahedral hybridization is not directly available. Thus, for d4, in case of Mn3 plus, Fe3 plus d5 and CO3 plus d6 cases, a vacant pair of d orbitals results only by pairing of 3d electrons, which leaves 2, 1 and 0 unpaired electrons respectively. So I am showing you, suppose in case of the Mn3 plus, this explanation will give afterwards, but now I am showing you Mn3 plus. When Mn3 plus is there, so it is coming about the atomic number is 25. So for 3 plus, what you can say here, for in manganese, what is the atomic number there? Atomic number is 25, and we can say here this is coming 4s2 and 3d5. This is the condition was there normally, but when Mn3 plus is there, so this 2 will be over and 1 also will be over. So in condition when the complex is here coming Mn3 plus, and the here in case of suppose when MnCN6, so at that condition we can see either MnCN6, we can see that one, these electrons, so these are vacant now. In case of Mn3 plus, what is the condition now? 1, 2, 3, 4, and here vacant 4s, and here it is coming 3d, 1, 2, 3, 4. So at that condition we can see this fourth electron that is now entering here, not here in presence of this coordination complex. Means now what is the condition coming here after pairing? And how many d orbitals are left here? Now here it is coming 1, 2 and 3 and 4. So 2 unpaired electrons are left. Why this is left? That also we will see, because when the degenerate d orbitals are splitting up, that we will discuss in CFT, crystal field theory. So now this is the condition, this fourth electron is not entering here because of the presence of this we can say the ligand, and now it is entering in the T2G condition. T2G we will discuss that one, means that is first orbital, it is entering there, pairing is occurring and 2 unpaired electrons are left. Same way when it is coming for the Fe3 plus, that is Mn3 plus, which is condition d4, this is d5, Fe3 plus means which is coming 4s2 is over, and d6 में से क्योंकि ये 26 है, फेरस की 26 है, तो 3 d6 and 4s2, this was the condition. So 2 is over, 1 is also over. So what is the now the condition is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the now condition here? Condition is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So at that condition 4s also it is free, and 6 electrons were there, 1 electron left, removed. So now this here we can see how many, so pairing will be occurring, this after 3, 4th will be coming here and 5th also will be coming here. So what is, how many unpaired electrons are present here? 1 unpaired electron. Here how many unpaired electron is present here? 2 unpaired electrons are present, and here it is coming 1 unpaired electron is present here. Okay, and in case of the CO3 plus, so in CO3 plus what is the D6 is coming here, because cobalt is 27. So cobalt, what is the electronic configuration? 3d7 and 4s2. So here after releasing 3 electron, 2 is over outermost 4s and 1 is coming from d7, that means it is coming 3d6 condition. So 3d6, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and 6 is coming here, but when in presence of this ligand, we can see that one, these two electron, after 3 electron, what is 4 is coming here, and 5 and 6 also coming here. So how many unpaired electrons are actually releasing here? No unpaired electrons. So 0 unpaired electrons are present here. So in case of Mn3 plus, in case of Fe3 plus, in case of CO3 plus, the unpaired electron present here 2, 1 and 0 respectively. That is only said here. So by pairing 3d electrons, which leaves 2, 1 and 0 unpaired electron respectively. Okay. The magnetic data agree with the maximum spin pairing in many cases, especially with coordination compound containing D6 ions. However, with species containing D4 and D5 ions are complications. Just like example, it is coming, MnCN6 3- has magnetic moment of 2 unpaired electron, while MnCl6 has a paramagnetic moment of 4 unpaired electron. You can see here, when MnCN6 is there, so here how many unpaired electrons are there? 2. How many unpaired electrons are there? 2. But in case of MnCl6, as MnCl, Cl is actually a, we can say, weak ligand. This one is strong ligand, so it makes the pairing. And for Cl6, as it is a weak ligand, so it cannot make the electrons pair here. So how many electrons are here for Mn3 plus? Here 1, 2, 3, 4. Clear now? So here how many electrons are here left here? Has a magnetic momentum of, we can say, the 4 unpaired electron. In case of MnCl6, 4 unpaired electron. In case of MnCl6, MnCN6, it is coming here 2 unpaired electron. Okay. So this is here given. So has a moment of single unpaired electron, just FeCN6, and Fe-F6 has a paramagnetic moment of 5 unpaired electron. You can see that one. Fe, we have done here, if it is FeCN6, so pairing is already occurred, and here we can see how many electrons are unpaired electrons is left here, 1. And if it is coming about the FeCl6, Cl is here weak ligand, so what will be the, how many unpaired electron will be coming there? Now in case of Fe3 plus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 was there. Okay, so because 2 and 1 is left, so 3d5 condition was there. So 3d5 means 5 unpaired electron. In case of FeCl6, it is 5 unpaired electron. In case of Fe3 plus, we can say the CN6, it is coming about the 1 unpaired electron. Okay, so that only it is given there. Single unpaired electron here, Fe-F6 has a paramagnetic moment of 5 unpaired electron. CO-F6 is paramagnetic with 4 unpaired electron, where CO-C2O4 whole 3 is a diamagnetic condition. So this apparent anomaly is explained by valence bond theory in terms of formation of inner orbital and outer orbital coordination entities. In case of MnCN6, 3- means Mn3 plus condition, या FeCN6 या CO-C2O4 whole 3 ये ऑक्सालेट है इसको बोलते हैं. तो these all are strong ligands, so that they are forming the inner orbital complex like D2sp3 condition. You can see that one here. D2 is remaining. In case of MnCN6, D2 is remaining. So you have to consider octahedral, means 6 मतलब क्या है, octahedral shape will be coming. So 6 cyanide को आपको adjust करनी है. So यहाँ पे 2 है, 4s में एक है ना, 4s में एक आएगा, and यहाँ पे, if you can write one more time, if I'm drawing here, this one is 3D. So 3D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here 2 electrons, 1, D 2 are left. Here 4s, here also 1 is left. And again 4p, 4p3 is left here. So for, we can say, cyanide, 2 electron for cyanide, 1, 2, 1, 2, and here again 1, 2. So how many cyanide we have to adjust here? This is cyanide, this is cyanide, this is cyanide, this one is cyanide, and this one is cyanide, and this one is cyanide 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what is the hybridization is happening here? D2sp3. So D2sp3 is, it is called actually the inner orbital complex. Okay. Shape is octahedral but inner orbital complex. And in case of, if we are writing about which one, FeCl6, FeCl6, so at that condition what we can get? Now here Fe3 plus means how many electrons are coming here? 5, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So here no pairing is occurring because of the weak ligand is present here. So who are left? 4s. So 4s and 4p, है ना, 4p3 is over, and then it is coming about which one, 4d. This one is 3d condition. Here it is coming 4d. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So now look at here, from cyanide 1, this one is cyanide, this one is cyanide, this 3 cyanide again will be coming here. So cyanide, cyanide and cyanide here, again cyanide and cyanide. So what, 1 and 3 4 and 2 6, है ना. So what is coming here, DSP, sorry sp3d2, है ना, sp3d2. So here also it is coming about 6, means octahedral shape, but this is actually called outer orbital complex. Why? Because the D is actually taking part outer 4d1, and here it is inner. Why? Because here in case of it is coming 3d, because it is coming about the inner orbital complex. Okay, so that's why it is given here कि when it is coming cyanide condition, MnCN6, FeCN6, COC2O4 oxalate are inner orbital complex involving which one, D2sp3 hybridization. The former two complexes are paramagnetic and the latter diamagnetic. So that is depending on unpaired electron is present or not. On the other hand, MnCl6, F6 and COF6 means where chlorine fluorine is there, they are outer orbital complex involving the sp3d2 hybridization and are paramagnetic corresponding to 4, 5 and 4 unpaired electrons. Okay. So now we are coming about the limitations. What are the limitations here? Now, while the valence bond theory explain the formation, structure, magnetic behavior of coordination compound, it involves a number of assumptions following shortcomings. It does not give quantitative interpretation of magnetic data. Means magnetic data की जो interpretation है, that is not given by this valence bond theory. It does not explain the color exhibited by the coordination compound. It does not give a quantitative interpretation of the thermodynamic kinetic stabilities. It does not make exact prediction of regarding the tetrahedral and square planar structure of 4 coordinate complex. Okay, and it does not distinguish between weak and strong ligand. That is the main point here. Now we are coming for the weak and strong ligand here. What is CFT? क्रिस्टल फील्ड थ्योरी क्या है उसको हम जान देते हैं कि एक मॉडल है जिसमें इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक मॉडल व्हिच कंसीडर द मेटल लिगेंड बॉन्ड टू बी अराइजिंग प्योरली फ्रॉम द इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक इंटरेक्शन बिटवीन द मेटल आयन एंड द लिगेंड. Means what is the electrostatic interaction? On the basis of that, this is an electrostatic model actually. So how it is splitting up of crystal field theory is actually splitting up of degenerate d orbital. Okay, so 5 d orbitals in an isolated gaseous metal atom or ion have same energy, that is they are degenerate. This degeneracy is maintained if a spherically symmetrical field of negative charges around the metal atom or ion. तो अगर symmetrical field is present surrounding the metal, central metal ion or atom, so definitely the degeneration will be maintained. But how when this negative field is due to ligands, either a complex, it becomes asymmetrical and degeneration of the d orbitals is lifted when ligands are entering surrounding the metal ion. So at that condition this degeneration will be broken. मतलब ये जो same energy वाला 5 orbitals है ये अभी और same energy वाला नहीं रहेगा. It results in splitting of the d orbitals. The pattern of splitting depends on the nature of the crystal field. So now we have to explain how it is splitting up. In an octahedral coordination entity, 6 ligands surrounding the metal atom or ion, there will be repulsion between the electrons in the metal d orbitals and the electrons of the ligand. Okay, such a repulsion is more when metal d orbitals is directed towards the ligand than when it is away from the ligand. When the ligands, actually we can say here when the octahedral condition is there, so metal is present, when they are, all of you know that one, this is the octahedral condition. So when the ligands are entering through this axis, axial equatorial region, so at that condition they are splitting up. Splitting up is actually occurring there more, means splitting up or means the degeneration is now not maintained now, and because of repulsion, because when the ligands are entering towards metal, so at that condition repulsion between metal and ligand electrons are making the degeneration of this d orbital will be broken, make them broken, so it will be splitting up now. Now it is coming, so the dxy, dyz and dzx orbital which are directed between the axis First we are coming for that's dx square y square and dz square orbital which point towards the axis along the direction of the ligand will experience more repulsion and will be raised to the energy, and the dxy, dyz, dzx the orbitals which are directed between the axis will be lower in energy and relative to the average energy in the spherical crystal field. Thus degeneracy of the d orbital has been removed due to ligand electron metal electron, ligand electron and metal electron repulsion in the octahedral complex to yield the 3 orbitals of lower energy, that is T2G set, and 2 orbitals of the higher energy, that is EG set. Now look at here, बहुत ही important, ये जो है this is 5d orbitals है ना, ये जो dx square y square dz square dxy dxz dyz, ये 5 जो orbital है they are same energy level, so this is called degeneracy. But when the ligands are entering, this is metal ion, so as the ligands are entering due to which one axis, according along the axis है ना, and dx square y square and dz square, all of you know these are actually the orbitals where it is present, that is x, y and z है ना. तो when d orbital means when it is d x square y square means which one, see, suppose this is the x axis, this is the y axis, and this one is the z axis. So x square y square means the orbital will be coming where in the, clear, this is the dx square y square, on the axis it is present, d and dz square, how it will be coming, suppose if this one is a z internuclear axis, so how the z will be coming there, this one is the dz square. So we can see here ki dx square y square and dz square are actually on the axis, and when the ligands are entering through the axis along the axis, definitely repulsion will be coming here maximum. So that's why when the 5 degenerate orbital was there without any ligand, जब कोई ligand नहीं आया तो ये degenerate था. कौन कौन सा है ना, dx square y square, dz square, dxy, dyz and dzx. But when the ligand enter, so what will be happening now? Now this is actually, they are separated. Means here who will be entering raised high there? dx square y square and dz square, because they are present on the axis there. So and the ligands are entering along the axis, so repulsion will be coming maximum. So they raised above higher energy, and dxy and dyz, dxy, dyz, dzx, how they are present. Now if this is the axis dxy, suppose this is x axis, or this is x axis, this is y, this is z axis. So xy means which one will be coming? This xy means between the axis. This is the xy means between the axis, and this is xy means between the axis, and this is xy between the axis. So in that way they are coming. The orbitals, d orbitals are coming here on the between the xy axis. So their energy level will be coming here low, है ना? dxy, dyz and dzx, their energy will be coming here low. So this is actually called the barycenter, and this one is energy is high 3/5 of octahedral energy, that is called octahedral. O is for octahedral energy, splitting energy जिसको बोलते हैं, 2/5 of octahedral energy is coming for dxy, dyz, dzx. This is called T2G and this one is called EG. This is called distribution and this is called splitting up. So one thing is there, when suppose the strong ligands are entering, when suppose 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स तक तो आराम से फिल अप हो जाएगा, 3 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स तक कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. बट व्हेन सपोज स्ट्रॉन्ग लिगेंड्स एज देयर, suppose in case of cyanide, this is a strong ligand, so at this time when the 4th electron has to enter, these are 2, 4th electron has to enter, that has to enter in the again T2G condition. But if it is, we can say that chlorine, because it is the chlorine, as it is a weak ligand, so next electron will be 4th electron will be now not entering here, 4th electron will be entering here, that is the condition. 5th electron also will be here. But if it is cyanide है ना, जैसे MnCN6, तो cyanide अगर हो तो 4th electron कहाँ पे enter होगा? T2G में. तो that is called the splitting up, है ना, and this splitting up is occurring due to presence of ligand. This is called crystal field splitting, है ना. यहाँ पे देखो, यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है. So already it is understood now. And this one is called barycenter, and now we can see that one कि degenerate levels due to the presence of ligands in a definite geometry is termed as crystal field splitting, and the energy separation is denoted by delta O. That is, subscript O is for the octahedral. Thus, the energy of the 2Eg orbital will increase by 3/5 of delta O, and that of 3 to T2G, ये जो dxy, dxz and dzx, इसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं, T2G will decrease by 2/5 delta O. ठीक है. The crystal field splitting delta O depends upon the field produced by ligand and charge on the metal ion. Some ligands are able to produce strong field in which case the splitting will be larger, whereas others produce weak fields and consequently result in small splitting of the d orbitals. Okay, so this is the series. इसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं, spectrochemical series, where you can see that one, that cyanide and cobalt, and it is coming carbonyl, cyanide, carbonyl, En, NH3, इथेन 1,2 diamine है ना, NO2 माइनस, EDTA, ये सब स्ट्रॉन्ग लिगेंड के अंडर में आ जाएगा. ये सीरीज है जिसमें दे आर इंक्रीजिंग द लिगेंड, स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द लिगेंड इज इंक्रीजिंग हियर. ओके, सो नाउ वी आर कमिंग कि जब भी look at here when it is given to us T2G condition, look at here, depends on the relative magnitude of the crystal field splitting delta O, that is the O means octahedral, and it is coming about the splitting है ना, splitting of the delta means the energy of splitting of the octahedral energy, octahedral field, and the pairing energy P, magnitude of the, we can say the energy required to electron pairing. So if delta O is less than P, means pairing is more than the delta O, that means magnitude of the crystal field splitting, the fourth electrons enter one of the Eg orbital, giving the configuration of T2G3 and Eg1, means fourth one is coming where, in Eg1, fourth electron is coming in Eg. Now not it is entering in T2G when delta O is less than P. When delta O is more than P, so at that condition it becomes more electronegatively favorable for the fourth electron to occupy here T2G condition, and now the fourth electron is entering in T2G4 and Eg is not coming 0. So ligands which produce this effect are known as the strong field ligands and low spin complex. So they are offering for the pairing here, है ना, क्योंकि ये जो है ना magnitude of the splitting that is more than pairing, so pairing is possible now, and here less than pairing, तब तक pairing नहीं हो पाएगा, इतना splitting की magnitude है तो pairing नहीं हो पाएगा. तो now next electron, fourth electron will be entering in the Eg1, मीन्स dx स्क्वायर वाई स्क्वायर में लेवल में ये जाएगा. बट जब भी पेयरिंग से एनर्जी उससे भी ये मैग्नीट्यूड ज़्यादा हो, इसमें क्या होगा, स्प्लिटिंग मैग्नीट्यूड अगर ज़्यादा हो तो पेयरिंग कैन ऑकर. So this is the way why these all the magnetic properties are related, and as well as all this is for octahedral. Actually, one thing I forgot to say, this is for octahedral condition, and where T2G is coming down and Eg is coming up, and when in case of tetrahedral condition where Eg is coming down and T2G is coming up there. Okay, this is already given to us. So crystal field theory for the tetrahedral coordination entity, here you can see that one, in tetrahedral coordination entity formation the d orbital splitting is inverted and is smaller as compared to the octahedral field splitting. For the same metal, the same ligand and the metal ligand distance, it can be shown that delta T means tetrahedral, delta O already we told, so delta T equals to 4/9 of delta O, मतलब लेस है. consequently the orbital splitting energies are not sufficiently large for forcing pairing, therefore low spin configuration are rarely observed. तो यहाँ पे पेयरिंग होता ही नहीं है नॉर्मली. तो कहाँ होता है, जैसे 1 2 फिर 3 4 5 ऐसे कंडीशन में ये फिलअप होगा. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे क्योंकि ये जो है ऑलरेडी इसका स्प्लिटिंग एनर्जी बहुत ही कम है, मैग्नीट्यूड बहुत ही कम है, और ये पेयरिंग से भी कम होता है. तो पेयरिंग से कम जब होता है तो डेफिनेटली पेयरिंग हो ही नहीं सकता है, तो लो स्पिन कॉम्प्लेक्स भी फॉर्म नहीं होता है इतना. अच्छा, कलर में क्या होता है ना, कलर जितना जो कलर, क्योंकि इसके पास क्या डी ऑर्बिटल अनपेड इलेक्ट्रॉन है, तो और उसके साथ ये क्या होता है ना, दे आर एक्चुअली ग्राउंड स्टेट टू. ये जो ग्राउंड स्टेट है, ग्राउंड स्टेट टू कहाँ पे जाएगा ना, जो एक्साइटेड स्टेट, यहाँ पे देखो, यहाँ पे 3 2 जैसे T2G और Eg कंडीशन, तो ग्राउंड स्टेट से एनर्जी जो हायर एनर्जी लेवल में ये शिफ्ट हो सकते हैं बाय एब्सॉर्बिंग द लाइट. तो अगर येलो, तो दैट विल शो द कॉन्ट्रास्ट कलर. एक्चुअली अगर येलो कलर एब्सॉर्ब हो रहे तो वायलेट कलर विल बी शोन देयर. ब्लू कलर एब्जॉर्ब हो रहे तो वायलेट, रेड अगर एब्जॉर्ब हो रहे तो ब्लू, ब्लू अगर एब्जॉर्ब हो रहे तो रेड। तो ऐसे ये कॉन्ट्रास्ट कलर को शो कराता है। जैसे कि एग्जांपल आपके पास है कि Ti3+, जहाँ पे 3D1 सिस्टम है ना, तो यहाँ पे क्या बोला है, तो T2G में एक ही रहेगा, है ना। इफ लाइट कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग टू द एनर्जी ऑफ ब्लू ग्रीन रीजन इज एब्जॉर्ब बाय द कॉम्प्लेक्स, विच कॉम्प्लेक्स, Ti_6। तो इसमें Ti3+ मतलब D1 3D1 कंडीशन, क्योंकि यहाँ पे क्या हो जाएगा, 3+ मतलब 3D2 एंड 4s2, तो टाइटेनियम के वही है, तो 3 अगर चला जाए तो क्या हो जाएगा, 3D1 कंडीशन रिमेनिंग रहेगा। सो नाउ वी कैन सी दैट वन, इट वुड एक्साइट द इलेक्ट्रॉन फ्रॉम T2G लेवल टू द EG लेवल। सो यहाँ पे T2G लेवल में था, अभी बाई एब्सॉर्बिंग द लाइट इट इज एक्साइटेड एंड इट इज converting to her or shifted to her in the EG level. So at that condition we can see the violet color, the complex appears in violet color, है ना। तो you can see here figure, one more example is coming to us, one more condition is, जैसे यहाँ पे बोल के रखा कि लिगेंड अगर प्रेजेंट हो तो ही जाके स्प्लिटिंग होगा, अगर स्प्लिटिंग होगा तो जाके ये एनर्जी मतलब इलेक्ट्रॉन्स आर शिफ्टेड टू द T2G टू EG। अगर लिगेंड प्रेजेंट नहीं हो तो ये डिजेनरेसी मेंटेन रहेगा, मतलब ये स्प्लिटिंग अप नहीं होगा। तो इसलिए बोला है, इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट टू नोट दैट इन द एब्सेंस ऑफ लिगेंड क्रिस्टल फील्ड स्प्लिटिंग डज नॉट ऑकर एंड हेंस द सब्सटेंस इज कलरलेस। जैसे यहाँ पे देखो Ti_6 Cl3 ऑन हीटिंग रेंडर्स इट इज रिमूवल ऑफ वाटर फ्रॉम, अगर आप वाटर को रिमूव कर रहे हो मतलब लिगेंड है, ये लिगेंड को अगर रिमूव कर रहे हो तो ये कलरलेस शो कराएगा, ठीक है। जैसे एनहाइड्रस कॉपर सल्फेट 5H2, तो H2 को अगर हटा दिए तो क्या हो जाएगा, जब H2 रहेगा तो ब्लू इन कलर और कॉपर सल्फेट सिंपली अगर रहेगा तो व्हाइट इन कलर। तो लिगेंड ही अगर शो कराता है। और एक कंडीशन है कि यहाँ पे बोल के रखा है, फॉर्म्स द निकेल क्लोराइड इज डिजॉल्व इन वाटर NiH2(6), ये अगर कॉम्प्लेक्स ले ले, इफ द डाइडेंटेड लिगेंड इथेन 1,2-diamine EN इज प्रोग्रेसिवली एडेड इन द मोलर रेशियो EN/Ni, सो EN:2Ni। देखो EN यहाँ पे 1 है, Ni भी 1 है, कलर क्या है पेल ब्लू। यहाँ पे कंडीशन किसके साथ, NiH2(6) के साथ EN आप ऐड रिएक्शन करा रहे हो, EN इज ऑल्सो कमिंग एज लिगेंड। तो लिगेंड के अगर रेशियो आप बढ़ाते जाओगे तो इसका कलर भी चेंज होता जाएगा। पहले पेल ब्लू था, अब EN2 निकेल 1, सो 2:1, तो ब्लू कलर चेंज हो गया। और फिर EN3 और निकेल 1 3:1, तो वायलेट हो गया। मतलब कलर की इंटेंसिटी धीरे धीरे चेंज हो रहे ड्यू टू एज द लिगेंड इज ऑल्सो इन, लिगेंड इज विच वन इज, वी आर यूजिंग द लिगेंड हियर इथेन 1,2-diamine और EN। ओके, सो कलर इज ऑल्सो गिवन टू अस। सो दिस इज द रेशियो। एक तो लिगेंड के बिना होगा नहीं, और लिगेंड की नंबर आप ऐड करते जाओगे तो डेफिनेटली उसका भी कलर के ऊपर इफेक्ट रहेगा। तो ये है लिमिटेशंस क्रिस्टल फील्ड थ्योरी का। और बॉन्डिंग इन मेटल कार्बोनिल, अच्छा लिमिटेशंस जो है डज नॉट टेक इनटू अकाउंट ऑफ द कोवलेंट कैरेक्टर और बॉन्डिंग बिटवीन द लिगेंड एंड द सेंट्रल एटॉम। And form of the assumption the ligands are point charges, it follows the anionic ligand should exert the greatest splitting effect. The anionic ligand actually are found at the low end of the spectrochemical series. Further it does not take, तो ये जितने सारे है ये सब लिमिटेशंस है। और इसके बाद नेक्स्ट हम ये थोड़ा सा और बाकी रहेगा, जैसे बॉन्डिंग इन मेटल कार्बोनिल ये भी डिस्कस करेंगे, और स्टेबिलिटी ऑफ द कोऑर्डिनेशन कंपाउंड। सो हमारा कोऑर्डिनेशन कंपाउंड कंप्लीट हो जाएगा, ठीक है।